Yeah. What you doing? Hey, everyone. No, don't bark. People don't like all the big barking. Why you bark so much? Hi, everyone. I think they're saying hi, too. Hi, hi. Is that the word? Hi, hi. Hello. Good morning. Hi, how are you? Apparently, my dogs are very excited to see you, as am I. Of course, because this is Cricut Chat, where we're all friends and we do all kinds of fun things. And today is no different. I'm hoping that I can get some people on here this morning to check out what we've got going. I know I said yesterday that we were going to do a mug, but I kind of really got excited about this project and wanted to do it this morning. And so we'll do the mug tomorrow. But this project is, I call them bobbleheads, but they might be called wobble heads. I don't know. But basically they are cards that bobble. They move around when you play with them. And I wish that I had one to show you, as I usually do at the top of the show. Unfortunately, I ran into a little problem. Isn't that always the way? Especially with me. But I ran into a little problem. And so I'm going to have to do it as we go. We have to fly by the seat of our pants because that's what we do. That's what I do. So anyway, these cards are called, I guess, bobblehead cards by Whitlock. And they employ this special little mechanism that I'm going to show you. I'm going to go to Lori's site and show you first the cards. Let's see. We're going to go to shop.Lori Whitlock. Here we go. And we also need to consider, we're going to talk a little bit about sizing of cards as well, and a tiny, tiny bit about finding cards on Lori's site. So good morning to everyone. This is Rita and her lovely dogs here. And we are, the dogs are, Benji is particularly into something today. I don't know. He walked off with, hey, hello. Oh, stop. Okay, sorry. Okay, so anyway, as you know, Lori had a big sale at her site. Yes, this past weekend. And so I decided that I wanted to do some of the old-timey cards. And if you're new, these would not be old-timey cards to you. So these are kind of new things that she does. Now, she has always has a lot of new different kinds of cards. And the thing is that her site is packed with stuff. And so sometimes it's a little bit hard to find them, especially the cards. So I just want to show you, when you do go there, you're going to use this left nav, and you can see here where it says cards and layouts. And if you go down here, like drill down one more time to cards, you will see that she has made an attempt to put these into categories. So for instance, here, if I go down 3 clicks, there's a bobblehead cards. Okay, so that might help. But just so you know, these are all bobblehead cards. So she's got, and there's 2 pages of them. So like with everything that she does, she just always over the top, which I love about her, but over the top. And so I couldn't purchase and create all of these, but there are Easter ones, there are Christmas ones, there are birthday ones. I'm actually going to work on this one today, this type today. This is will you please stop it, Benji, just need to stop, please do that. We're going to be working on these ones here. These are kind of like, she calls them birthday bundles, but I will show you what she gives you, so you don't have to just look at this as a birthday card. There's also like a different sentiment where you can change off the sentiment. That's where I got stuck, but that's a different story. Okay, so there's that. So to do bobbleheads, you can buy these springs. Now they have two different sizes, and they come in two size packages. So they have a large and a small, and then you can buy them in a case or a lot of 12 or 48. She does have the links here. I'll put the links after the description. I'm sorry, after the show. I'll put the links onto the onto my description of the video, okay? So they're called Wobbles, and they come in, again, two sizes. They come in like a small and a large, and they also come in a pack of 12, in a pack of 48, I think. So I bought the large size and a pack of 12, and this is what they look like. And I'll just open it up so you can see. It's just basically two pieces of plastic that has sticker on either side, and then inside has like this little plastic spring. And then once you put them on your card, secure them on the card, then put your piece over it, it allows that front piece to sort of move and kind of wobble. That's what a wobble is. Just like that, okay? So now you don't have to make these as wobbles, but honestly, these cards are pretty basic. So there's really not a whole lot to talk about here except about the wobbles. Although I did run into a problem with putting these together simply because I'm not having any luck with my print and cut. So let me show you what I mean. So when you buy these from Lori, let's see, they come in, move all this stuff. I'm just so frustrated right now. I don't know. Hey, will you please? What do you got? No, those are mine. Get away from them. I have a really great idea for my craft studio so the dogs can't get to all of the fun little doggy chewy things that they love to get into when I'm on and they only do it when I am doing something else, such as having a program. So here he goes. He's in my insert cards, which I have to store on the floor. So anyway, the cool thing is that I'm going to move my guinea pigs out of the den, which attaches to the porch, and they're going to have their own little room. They're going to have a guinea pig room, and I'm going to be able to expand to about 3 times the size that I'm in. So hopefully, once I do that, quit it. I lose so much product that way. Okay, so once I do that, I shouldn't have this dog going around and, sorry. Stop. I swear to God, they're like 3-year-olds. They never, ever grow up. They're like 3-year-olds. Okay, so getting back to this. When you buy these from Laurie, they come in SVG format, and you're going to upload them. Same way as we've been uploading all along. And so here you can see these are my uploads. This one here is the pig, and this one is the lion, and there's a bunny, a panda, and a fox. Okay, so let me do this. I'm going to save this and start from scratch as if I just bought the card. Okay, and so let's go. Anybody else have an issue with Design Space, particularly print and cut? I don't know. I'm having a hard time with Design Space this week, the last couple of days. All right. So when we go to purchase, basically once you purchase something, and with Lori, I have to say a bobblehead corgi would be a fun thing. Absolutely would be a fun thing. And that's how he is. Right, that would be fun. You guys are so clever. Okay, so once you purchase and download your images that you want to use, and please, if you are purchasing from Lori, make sure you download right away, because she, in some of her files, she limits the time and the number of times that you can download. But I think she's kind of not doing that anymore. So I just figured I would mention it because you never know. All right, so let's go to my downloads. I'm going to Laurie Whitlock, and look, here's my bobblehead birthday card bundle. Let's go ahead and choose the fox. And here it is. It comes in all in one piece, like this. And so we upload it, and then when we go to create the file, because once you've uploading and actually creating a design space file are two different things, okay? So you can have it uploaded, and once you get to that point, that's fine. Just have it, download it and upload it. You don't have to necessarily create the file, but it's good to have them because you forget. Like, I buy so many files, and what happens is if I don't download them, forget it. I never remember. And I've had some designers get mad at me because I go back in my files and realize that I never downloaded a file that I purchased, and only one person actually ever did that. So anyway. So here is Lori's file. So all her files come in one big package. That's what's great about Lori's files, and they have a lot of wonderful detail. The thing that's not so great about Lori's files is that there aren't a whole lot of descriptions on how to put them together, but we can figure those out, and that's what we do. Okay, so when they come in, you're going to ungroup it, and you'll see that this is basically the card. Whoops, I just messed up there. Okay, so there's a card that is has a dash cut line. Sometimes it's grouped, sometimes it's not, but we do need to attach the dash cut line. And this is going to be, we're going to make it with patterned paper, and then we've got our little fox, and our fox has all these little pieces that go on together to create that head, and all these are all just little pieces. Now, one of the things, what is this? Oh, okay. One of the things that comes in is that she often has, will you please not do that? He's still doing it. Yeah, so one of the things that happens is that she often will have these lovely, lovely little sentiments, and she does them in, and they come in as cut files. Well, I don't know about you, but I am not cutting out those little teeny tiny things there. So normally what I do with her files is I flatten them and do print and cut. So, which is what I did for this project. This is what it looks like because I flatten it with that white piece below it. And so you can't really see any lines. So I did this with print and cut. Great. Everything's great. However, my print and cut's not working, so I'm stuck with this with no idea of how to cut it out. I had the same problem yesterday, and but with these that I did based on our yesterday's session, which is like using a pattern fill, and so I made these sparkles, right? These sparkle. This is easy. I can just cut around by hand until they figure out what's going on with my print and cut. But this, not so much. So I have to pivot this morning. And what I would suggest that I do, Rita, I suggest that you do this, is ungroup this whole thing. And instead of flattening it, I'm going to turn this into a vinyl cut, and I'll cut it out of vinyl and I'll put it on this little banner. But in order to do that, I need to make sure these letters are attached, because if I go to, say today, if I go to make it, you will see all the letters are just, I don't know if you can see that, but all the letters are kind of mumble jumbo. So if you end up not doing print and cut, make sure you're attaching those letters so that you're not having to piece that together as I cannot believe this dog. Will you stop it? He's like he's rummaging. Hey, stop. Seriously, it's like he's at a rummage sale or something. All right, so ungroup these, and this is me pivoting because I can't do print and cut. But hey, if you have print and cut, just print and cut these. But I can't do that, so I want to make sure that I have all of these attached because sometimes they're not. So that's what I'm doing here. Otherwise, everything cuts like a regular card. And so I'm going to put together a couple of cards that I did manage to cut out. And I'm just going to dispense with the sentiment, okay? And I did cut out the panda and the lion today, so we can put those together. The only thing I didn't cut was their the little banner, okay? So here is, let me talk a little tiny bit about size. So sometimes people ask me, how do I size cards from an outside designer? And generally speaking, when a designer designs something, they generally put their cards in as a very specific size. I find that Lori tends to do size A2, which is would be 8.5 by 5.5. That's an A2 size card. Now, if you're not familiar with cards, okay, if you've not been making cards, you're getting new into it. There are kind of two basic sizes that most designers use. One is A2, and the other one is A5. A5. It's so the A5, which I call 5 by 7, and then A2 ends up being closed 4 1/4 by 5.5. By far, this size is the most popular. Now, not all of her cards are sized this way, and so when you bring them in, you might want to do my little technique where you put, and I'll just come back up here for a sec. All right, so what I usually do is I take all the pieces and then I make a little stack. You guys who have been watching me for a while know that I do this, and this is just kind of an easy way to make sure everything is sized to the appropriate size. So I just move all of my little pieces, whether you're going to use them or not, just move all those pieces within the frame of the actual card, right? This is important that you do this because if you resize the card at all, then if you're not including all these pieces, then they're going to be out of whack as far as the sizing, okay? So once you make this little stack, you can group it like this. And up here where it says size, you'll see the width is 8.778 and the height is 5.68. That is slightly larger than an A2 card. Who knows? Maybe it's an A3. I don't know. But I'm generally used to doing A2 or A5. So here I'm going to select the width and I'm going to change it to 8.5. Watch what happens. When I do it to 8.5, the height comes to 5.5. So, which leads me to believe that she probably designed this as 8.5 by 5.5 as an A2. Okay, so that's what leads me to believe. But generally speaking, most cards that come in from a designer, outside designer, are already sized for you. Okay. And someone asked me, why are all the paper projects in Design Space come in so small? That's a really, really good question. I just don't know the answer to that. But yeah, when you're working with the Design Space file, oftentimes you do have to resize it. So knowing these sizes are really important. So again, A2 size card. folded is 4¼ by 5½, and that can be either height is 4¼ or width is 4¼ and then or 5 by 7. So folded 5 by 7. And remember, if you're going to cut this on your Explorer or your Maker, it's opened up, so you have to take into account that you're having an open card, and then you fold it. Okay. And so here we go. So let's put this panda together. We'll do it together. I actually cut 2 of these out. So here is the base of the card, which I have folded. And then there's this adorable little piece in the background that's just going to be just decoration. Now, I wanted to show you where I got this piece from. And actually, it's a double-sided paper. This is it. Boop. Park Lane Pets. I did find this at Joann's, and I was intrigued because these are most, I think, if not all. Yeah, they're double-sided, and it's all dogs and cats and fish. So I thought, okay, lion is sort of a cat, right? So I could use that for the lion, but some of these, and really very little here that I can't use. There's only this. I love it when I can have a double-sided paper, and I even if it has this stuff that I can't use, it has something on the back. That to me is so frugal. Okay, so this is called Park Lane Pets. I got this at Joann's when they were having a sale. And in fact, they may still be having the sale. I think all of these, which normally are priced at $12.99, I think I saw them on sale at Joann's for $5. So check them out. You might have missed the sale, but I'm pretty sure it's still going on. Okay, so let's see. So we've got our pieces now. I cut out 2. If you're new, it's only because I usually put one together for a demonstration, and then I show you how to put it together on the show, but I didn't have time for that. So we're going to put it together. Okay. So this panda has a base. There's the base, right? We're going to just put it here. And we could put the sentiment up here. We could put it down here. We don't have to put it at all, but let's do, if we do it like this. But he's also holding a little balloon. So here's this balloon. I don't know. You want to put him down here or up there? I don't know. I think it kind of would look cute up here. I don't even know the way she showed it. Let's have a look. I'm going to just take a quick peek on her site and see how she had them laid out. Hold on. What did I do here? Oh, okay. I linked through. Okay. So it looks like the panda, he's holding the balloon, and it's going to be below, like behind the head. Okay. So first things first, we're going to glue the base of the panda to the base of the card. Okay. So that doesn't change. And we'll put this up here just to get it out of the way. Okay. And again, you'll do this better because you won't have a problem with your print and cut, but I did. And so let's put together the actual panda. He has this cute little tummy. And then these things that look a little bit like carrots, but they're in black, are actually his arms. And I'm not quite in, there we go. And he also has, what else do I put on there that needs, okay, so here is his face. So it's black, and then this is white, and then there's this white, just like this, okay? And also we can put his little pink on his ears. So let's put that together. If you want to embellish this a little bit, you can take a little tiny bit of a pink marker or ink or something and give him little cheeks if you want to do that. Little dotted cheeks here if you want. You could even cut out in white if you wanted to do that too. Okay? So essentially we've got, this is the head. This is the part that's going to be the wobble part. Okay? And let me just put these two little ear things here. Goes here. And this one. Okay. And then this is, we're not going to glue this on here, okay? Then we'll work on the base. We just need to put these little pieces onto his body. So we've got this. That's part of his body, and these are his like arms. There we go. Arms go right in there. And I'm looking at the picture of this, and he's holding this balloon like right here to the side, and it won't matter that it's overlapping on his body or his head, his oversized head, because that's where the wobble's going. Okay, and here's the string. Or if you didn't want to do the string either, you could always just use a marker. I was thinking of using a marker myself, but I cut the string out anyway. I'm not being very careful with my glue, but you guys will be, right? Don't want it to sort of seep out there. If you do get that happening, just take it off. And that's one of the things I like about working with glue like Barely Art, is that when it dries, generally speaking, when it dries, you cannot see it. I just try to stay away from having that happen, but avoid on foil having any extra glue, especially because it really does mess up the look of the foil. Okay, so here is the card, and here is our little panda. So we're going to take this bobblehead, and you'll notice that on either side, so there's this one and this one. So this one has like the action wobble here. So I think what I'm going to do is put this one that is like kind of like a whole piece. I fold it in half, sort of gently, and peel off these things here, making it a double stick. You see that? And then I am going to place it behind the head. And I can already see it sort of wobble. See that? And then I'm going to peel off. And if you need to use something like this to do the peeling off, do so. Or maybe I should have peeled it off before. Who knows? But here we go. So this is very sticky. And I am going to just sort of hold it above where it's supposed to be. And press down. Make sure it's really attaching there. And there it is. Is that not the cutest little thing? Just so cute how a little piece of plastic with, with some sticky on it can create such a fun little card. It's so cute. And then, of course, you'd have your saying whatever you want to make there. And, of course, if you want, you can put a sentiment on the inside. Let's do the lion, so that you can see that there are a number of these different types. So you can do these for Easter and for there's a flamingo. I didn't get a chance to cut the flamingo, but there's a flamingo. There's a whole series for birthdays and everything. And again, it's at Lori Whitlock. And if you missed her sale, if you missed buying these at her sale, remember, she always has a sale in the middle of the month. So I'd say wait maybe another week. Let me just check my calendar. So if you wait until like the middle of the week and you want to buy these, if you wait until middle of next week, she'll probably have her sale going again. She does it every month. Okay. So let's put together the lion, which I love the lion. And there and there, I'm just divvying up all the pieces here. So there's my lion's tail. And his balloon, his belly, this face, this, and this. I think that's right. Yes. So the way that it goes together is this is his body. So they are kind of disproportionate, I think, because, you know, it's a wobble. So this is his body. And so he gets a little like thing here for his body, and then for his arms, and you might choose a different brown. I chose this brown, but as I look at the picture, it looks to me like it's like kind of a deeper brown. And then here is his tail with this little tail bit here. Okay. And then for the head, I think the idea is that there is one piece that is enormous. And then this goes on here, I believe. Yeah. And this becomes his head that wobbles. This part is the wobble part. Okay. Do I have that correctly? Or do I need to put it? I need to put that. So let's put this on here first. All right. Like assuming that this circle, it doesn't seem like a real circular thing, but hey, whatever. So let's put that on there and we'll create the body and everything. Doesn't leave a whole lot of room for the banner, but it is a lion. Lions sort of take up a lot of space. You know, so here we go. The body. So this is just a paper piecing kind of project, which I like anyway. So not a lot of like skill needed to do this, but sometimes that's the fun. Those are the fun things to do. I think the tail is supposed to go behind the body. I could probably still lift up the body and tuck it underneath there. Okay. Yep. And this. Now, if you don't have wobbles and you still want to make them, you do not need them. You could always use our very popular pop dots. It just won't wobble, right? So consider that if you don't or can't get your hands on these wobbles, then you could also do pop dots. Now, you could also probably, but I didn't have time to do this yet because, gosh, I just keep running out of time. But if you wanted to, you could probably find some graphics that are Cricut Design Space graphics, or I could probably find some Cricut Design Space graphics that that I could turn into bobbles. And I'm thinking specifically of, there's some Create a Critter ones that we could turn into bobbles. And if I have time later today, I will kind of go back and sort of play with that. So you don't need to purchase an outside designer file to do this. You just need to sort of think about what you're going to do and create it. So it's oftentimes good to look at a file from a designer and then try to design your own thing. That's kind of fun. All right, so here we go. Here's the head. So there's the base of the card. I think I got all the pieces. There's one piece for the head. So here it is. Now I have to put the eyes so that if you put it in the wrong way, you have to put it in this way so that you can see out the outside. So let's go ahead and glue that. All right. Now, these are great cards for your box. Remember, I told you that it's good if you become a card maker to have a box. So that way you're not stuck with, you know, something happens or you forgot a birthday. Instead of running to the store and buying a card, you just go to your box and you look and see what kind of card you have for the occasion that it is. And so these are really good ones to have made up and just put in your box. And I always store, I've had card box for a long time, and I always store them in like these photo boxes that you can buy often during seasonal times. You can buy them like Christmas and spring and summer. You can buy them at Michael's, and they're usually like between $2 and $4. They're just a photo box. That's what they're called, photo box. Okay, so we're ready and set for our Wobbles. Again, they come in like a little package like this, just like this. And they have a spring. It's all plastic. They have a double stick tape that's covered here. I'm going to just remove this part of the double stick tape. For some reason, I have trouble with this part. There we go. It's very sticky, so make sure you've got the right area that you want this to go in. Okay, so there it is. See that? It's already starting to wobble a little bit, and we're going to put it in the back, sort of in the middle. Then take off this part and find the place that you want to put it. Press down really well, and there it is. Now, I mean, who wouldn't want to receive that? That's so cute. And it doesn't have to be for birthdays or even for children. I think maybe I should have put the arms below. But, you know, when I put the next one together, I think I should have put the arms below the mane. And, of course, you can just do little embellishments. Maybe you want to put a little bit of glitter glue to give them some, like, little blushing cheeks. Or use something different. I actually chose this fish head sort of motif and tried to, you know, make it. And then let's see, where's my pen? So you can either put the string or you can just put it like this sort of thing, whatever you want to do. I think it will look fabulous. And again, to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed that I couldn't get my print and cut to work. So after I get off, I'm going to go ahead and try to cut these out in vinyl. But let's just cut one of these by hand if I have to. Cut it by hand. So I would just do this. I might have to mess around a little bit with this. Let's do it on the panda. There we go. So maybe like this. And let's clean this up a little bit. Okay. So that worked out okay. So then I did this on vinyl, printable vinyl. So just need to take the backing off. Someday I'll get it. There we go. go. There. Isn't that adorable? I mean, what person wouldn't want to receive that? It's so cute. So cute. And there are just a few little, it's just so easy. And once you can kind of see how it works, see that right in there, you can create your own. You just need to think in terms of what's going to be on the wobbly part and what's going to be on the stationary part, and there you go. And that's all I've got for you today. Sorry to be real quick, but you know, we can always use a quickie show. So they're very cute. And again, you know, use the idea and see if there are other ways that you can to make these wobbles, or for different, I like the idea that the head is bigger than the body, because it's like kind of like a bobblehead doll, you know, bobblehead doll. So, where those are always bigger than the body for some reason. So there we have it. There's our lion and our panda of all of them. I think once I get off with you, I'm going to go and do my fox, and what was the other one I have? A bunny and a pig. And I'm going to put them in my not my photo box, my card box for the occasion, whatever. I might not even put an occasion on here, like, because it does come with all of these different ones. Welcome, baby. Thank you. Happy day. Let's celebrate. So, you know, I don't want to make them all birthday cards. Maybe I'll make some of them welcome baby. I don't know anybody that has babies too much anymore, but I might make them, you know, thank you, celebrate, you know, that sort of thing. So there you go, everyone. Very cute. Yes, very, very cute. Another fun file from Lori Whitlock, one of my favorites. Let's see. Tomorrow, as promised, I will get to the sublimation mug for Mom. I started playing with some designs. And I wanted to show you something. Let me see if I can go there. I've seen many people do these like kind of signs that say Mom, and then in the middle has like kind of a knockout, and it says I love you on it, or they've done some sort of different sort of variations on the theme, and if my projects ever show up, I'll show you what I mean. So I found some that say Mom, and then in the middle says I love you, but I don't like that the text, I'm using the large ones. So if you're buying them, use the large ones. The small ones would be really, really tiny. And there's nothing saying that, oh, Weebles, oh my gosh, Shirley, Weebles, Wobble, but they don't. Oh, right. Am I doing a joy craft this week? You know what? I think we will do a joy craft this week. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah. So let us think about that. I will think about that. Okay. And I will try to do that. Okay. So anyway, this was what I was thinking for the mug yesterday was, or for the mug for tomorrow, is I kind of like this image in image, and I found these on Design Space, you see, and I kind of like them, but I don't like this O, that it's not cut out. So I started playing around, and I created this one from my own text, and I thought this would look kind of good on a mug, and then with a background or something like that. So there's that. And now you got me thinking about the joy project. So now, by the way, if you are using outside designers for projects, these outside designers, often you can make these things. So this Yeah, in a pattern fill, right, Shirley? That's what I was thinking. You can make these things because all of these pieces are smaller than what's recommended. The only thing that you'd have to make by hand is the card base. So we can do this on the joy as well. So, all right, I think that's it for today. I'm sorry to be so disjointed. I got a little off track with the print then cut not working for me. I just don't understand why. And it's sort of like all these things happen to me and I don't really know why. I hate to be that person, but it's like if it can break, I'm the one that it's going to break for. I don't know, because nobody else has really said that they're having problems. So if you do have a problem, let me know, okay? And who's saying that they want to read? I'm working on setting up Zoom for Friday. Yes, Lynn, yes. Yes, maybe we can talk. Okay, so for Lori Whitlock, I am not an affiliate. She doesn't have affiliates. I've asked her a number of times, and she just gets so busy, and she didn't set it up. She said she was going to. So I do not have a discount code for her. But she does have sales often. And so I would suggest that you wait it out for her next sale. Her sale's usually in the middle of the month. She calls it a blog hop. And they're usually 30 or 40% off. And then every once in a while, like at the top of the month, so this past weekend, she has special occasions. So like at Christmas, scrapbook day, 4th of July, I don't know, her birthday, sometimes she'll have them at 50% off. And that's when I try to load up on them. So that's what I did this past weekend. So there's a number of them, including the pattern fills that I bought at 50%. I also did a little more research about pattern fills, and Dawn's right. If you do search for digital papers on Google, you will find, it's best if you're doing a search, if you type in, let's go here, and you just type in free digital papers like this, and oftentimes you'll find, here we go, like tons of free digital papers for scrapbooking and card making. And so you can go there and wherever it is, that you can find, and for whatever reason that they have. But look, she'll have a little video, or whoever this happens to be that runs this blog, and you can get digital papers. Sometimes they'll put it in printables. Here you go. And a lot of people said that they do their own planners. So look for free stuff there. And also, I did some from Etsy yesterday and was playing with that, but then I had to take my son to an appointment. So I didn't get a chance to do a whole lot of playing with that afterwards. So I hope that's a good answer. All right, everyone. I will go back and read all of the comments afterwards. So definitely, if you're using Lori's site, you are going to want to go shop.loriwhitlock.com, and then you're going to want to go to shop.lori. Here we go. And then go over here, choose cards and layouts, and then choose cards again, and you will see here. And if you want to find these, I think they're under Bobblehead right here, Bobblehead. Here you go. And there's a whole bunch. There's all kinds of animals. There's a hedgehog. There's a flamingo. There's some for St. Patrick's Day. There's some for Valentine's Day, and there's some for Christmas and Easter. So you will not be disappointed once you find this category on her website, okay? Thanks, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow at 9 o'clock, and we will be doing a mug tomorrow, so I'll be getting going on that. I'm going to try to use my sublimation printer for that, so stay tuned if you did buy a sublimation printer. So here's an opportunity. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a sublimation wrap on the mug, and I'm going to use pattern fill to do that, and then have a design on top, sort of like using infusible ink, but instead of that we're doing a sublimated paper, if that makes sense. All right, everyone, see you again tomorrow. Take care. I hope you get some crafting in. Talk to you later. Bye.